What's up, YouTube? This is Carlos Aggins here. Carlos Aggins at 8488. Check out my page. Check out my wide variety of content. And tonight, we're going to talk about our top 5 tag team wrestlers that we like tag teams. Okay, and I'm featuring with Brian Lester, my best buddy.
He's Brian Lester Ministries.
Yep, Brian
on
Lester's
YouTube.
Ministry.
Like and subscribe.
Check him out. And if you like preaching and good gospel singing, check him out. All right, Brian. You start off.
You're going to let me start out.
Yeah, man.
My 5th favorite tag team in wrestling would probably be the Hart Foundation.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness, yes. The Hart Foundation.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Jim
the Anvil Neidhart.
And Jimmy Hart as the manager.
Yeah. He was their manager for a while.
Long time.
And
I wonder what happened, why they split up. You know?
No.
Why they even broke up?
No, never did find out.
But
Hart Foundation, they had feuds with the British Bulldogs, which is the Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith.
God rest both their souls. They're both passed and gone now.
And back in the 80s and 90s, they probably wasn't a better mat wrestler than Bret Hart.
It's hard to beat.
At the time.
It was hard to beat.
And his mat wrestling and his speed, combined with the power of Jim Neidhart, made them a good team. So
I thought his brother was pretty good, Owen.
Owen was good.
But yeah, I agree with that. Number 5 spot.
Number 5 would probably be the Hart Foundation for me.
Hart Foundation. All right, my number 5 spot is going to be the Killer Bees. I liked the Killer Bees back in the day.
Jim Brunzell and Brian Black.
Yep. I think they finally went to the Hall of Fame, didn't they, a few years ago?
If they didn't, they need to be.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know for sure they went to the Hall of Fame or not.
The Killer Bees, they
was tough.
For their size, they had a little feud going with the Hart Foundation.
Yep.
Back in the 80s.
That's why I remember that. That's why when you mentioned Hart Foundation, I remember that feud with the Killer Bees. There was a big uproar there for the longest time.
Yeah, there was.
Yep.
So I like the Killer Bees. That's a good choice.
Yep.
Number 4, I would probably say, now some may stone me on this.
It's just opinion. We're just having fun.
Number 4 on my list would probably be the Midnight Express.
Oh, good one. Good one. Midnight Express.
Bobby Eaton.
Wow.
Dennis Condrey. They were the original Midnight Express before Stan Lane.
Yeah, the original Midnight Express.
In.
Yep.
But I also like Stan Lane. I don't have nothing negative to say about Stan Lane. Him and Bobby Eaton was a good tag team partners. I believe if you tag team Bobby Eaton up with anybody, Bobby Eaton would make any tag team better.
Wow, that's a good choice. Number 4.
So number 4 would be the Midnight Express, and Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette, if you ever run across this, in my eyes, you're one of the best managers of all time.
Good manager.
Go ahead.
Yep, good manager. He was a good manager.
Yeah.
My number 4 spot would have to be the Rock and Roll Express.
Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
Yep.
I met them as a kid, had my picture took with them.
I met them down here at Wayne when we had our Wayne Fall Festival. And then I didn't have the money to get their autograph. That was here. I got to shook his hand. I got to shook Ricky Morton's hand.
I've got all the respect in the world for Ricky Morton, and Robert Gibson too. And Ricky's got a son out wrestling now.
Yep.
He's doing pretty good. So yeah, the Rock and Roll Express was a good pick. I like them. The size of Ricky Morton, he would get right in there and fight with the biggest guy on the match card.
Oh yeah, I know. He'll stand nose to nose with him. He didn't care.
It didn't matter to him. All the respect in the world to Ricky Morton.
All right, your number 3 spot.
Sure, it's my number 3.
Yeah, because we just did 4.
All right, my number 3 would be the Road Warriors. Animal and Hawk.
Yep. Good choice. Good choice. Tough.
And they
Rush.
Hawk
That
and
was good.
Animal.
I remember when we first did that.
They had the tag team championships everywhere they went.
That was tough.
They was in the NWA. They held the belts in the NWA. They held the belts in WCW. They held the belts in WWF, and they even held them over in Japan.
Yep. See, I think Hulk got killed in a motorcycle accident, and Hulk Hogan was with him.
If there was ever a tag team wrestler that deserved a push as a world champion, it would have been Hulk.
I think Animal died of a heart attack.
Yeah, Animal. I'll tell you something about Animal you may not know. His brother was a wrestler too.
Oh yeah.
He went by Johnny Ace.
Johnny Ace.
Yeah, they tag teamed with Shane Douglas as the Dynamic Dudes
Really?
back in the early 90s.
I remember that.
He's married now to Brie and Nikki Bella's mom.
Really?
Yeah, John Laurinaitis. But so, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom.
Wow, and that's number 3 spot.
Yeah, with Paul Ellering as their manager, which he was a pretty decent wrestler back in his time too.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was a built one.
Yeah.
He was a built one back when he was wrestling. And I think he got hurt really bad, didn't he? He had to quit wrestling.
Yeah.
My number 3 spot is going to have to be the British Bulldogs. Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith. And Davey Boy Smith, and he was a built one back when he was younger.
Yeah.
And he did that power slam.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dynamite Kid, I think he had the headbutt.
Yeah. The diving headbutt.
The diving headbutt.
And
it was hard to beat.
They've been tag team champions.
They had a big feud with like you said, at the Hart Foundation, which a lot of people didn't know at the time. Davey Boy Smith was Bret the Hitman Hart's brother-in-law, because he was married. I think they divorced now. They divorced, didn't they, before he got killed?
Jim the Anvil Neidhart was their brother-in-law too.
Yeah. He was Bret the Hitman Hart's brother-in-law. He married his sister.
So yeah,
that was years ago. I don't know what happened to his life then before he got in his car accident.
So yeah, the British Bulldogs. That's a good pick. My number 2.
Your number 2 spot
would go to Arn and Ole Anderson.
The Anderson brothers. I think they called themselves. Well, no, that's Zeri Zbyszko, wasn't it? The Enforcers.
Arn Anderson is one of my all-time favorites, and he's just like Bobby Eaton.
Now, was it real life brothers or are they just cousins?
No, that was scripted.
That's what I thought. Ole Anderson and Arn Anderson.
Yeah, that was scripted. But you take Arn Anderson and you put him with anybody. like Bobby Eaton. Arn Anderson would make any team better. I'm a big fan of Arn Anderson. And Ole Anderson, he was just no nonsense, tough as nails.
I don't know. Do I got Arn Anderson's autograph over there?
I don't know.
I know I got Tony Blanchard, Barry Windham, J.J. Dillon. I can't remember if I got Arn Anderson. I know I don't got Ric Flair. I think I got Arn Anderson, ain't for sure.
And he's got a son coming up in the wrestling business too. Doing pretty good for himself.
Yeah.
Right here's something about Ole you don't know. You may not know. Ole Anderson done the voice of the Black Scorpion back in the early WCW days.
Really?
Remember the Black Scorpion?
Yeah.
That was after Sting.
Yeah.
Ole Anderson done the voice of the Black Scorpion.
I forgot about that.
He was also a booker at that time.
Yeah, he was like part of WCW's bookkeeper.
All right, who's your number two?
Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors.
Yep. Number 2 spot, Road Warriors.
Wow.
I mean, Hawk and Am, like you said. I mean, that you got number 3, I got number 2, so we're kind of similar. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, Hawk was very tough, and Animal was tough, and they had the belts everywhere they went. And it took somebody to beat them.
Yeah.
So they was just powerhouse, what they was, pure powerhouse.
They were strong. I was scared for anybody that faced them. Especially you take a jobber or you take a mid card.
Yeah.
They couldn't stand a chance against them.
No. I see them pick them straight up over the head and throw them over top the ropes like nothing.
Yeah.
I seen Hawk like this, wipe himself off like this.
Yeah.
He didn't even touch me.
Yeah.
All right, your number 1 top dog tag team.
Are we talking about the olden days or
Just wherever
a
you.
new generation?
I see the olden days.
The olden days.
We'll talk about new generations next time.
The older days. My favorite tag team would have probably been Kerry and Kevin Von Erich.
Wow, that's a good one.
The Von Erichs.
The Von Erichs. Now that is a team.
And
That was a good pick. That was a good pick.
I always liked how Kevin wrestled barefooted.
Yeah, like you said, you said that started like a prank.
Yeah, and they done the claw, and it was amazing. So my number 1 pick would be Kevin and Kerry Von Erich. Go ahead, Carl.
Wow, that's a good one, bud. Well, my number 1 pick, I'm just going to tell you like it is, was
Well, you do that, son.
Tony Blanchard and Barry Windham. 4 Horsemen. When they tag teamed. When they went up against Dusty Rhodes and one guy's name.
Magnum TA.
Yeah, Magnum TA. Now I like Magnum TA too. He should have been, before he got in his bad motorcycle accident, I think he would have been one of the all-time greats. He would have been a great world heavyweight champion.
He would have been champion.
Because I remember writing to him. My dad found his address where he was at the hospital, and I wrote him a goodwill card. And
He's also married to Tully Blanchard's ex-wife.
Yeah.
But any formation of the Horsemen is hard to beat. Any formation of the Horsemen. I mean, you put Arn Anderson teaming with Tully. You put Arn Anderson teaming with Barry. Them was just good old days. So I've really enjoyed doing this. This was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, I like talking about the old days, talking about the old wrestlers, and if y'all like this content, like I said on my channel, it's a wide variety of content. I do a little bit of everything, and I got more stuff to come. I'm getting ready to order some different snacks from different countries. We're gonna do a taste test. Some different testing of Snicker bars. There are different types of Snicker bars out there, different types of chips out there. If you like his channel, like and subscribe. Thank you.
Like.
God bless.
May God bless you.